What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we are actually going to look at the Insta360 Luna Ultra today. It is that 8K dual lens gimbal camera with the removable screen that actually functions as a mic and a controller. Gonna be super awesome. As you can hear from the side, see here from the side of the package, we have a detachable OLED screen, a ready to share 4K live frame capabilities, AI powered deep track. You actually have 10-bit iLog for flexible color grading, and something I'm excited about, especially coming from a DJI Pocket 3, 4 hours of battery use without any expandable need for expanded battery usage and all of that. You obviously get the Luna with a wind guard in the box, the protective cover, a 1/4-inch thread handle, a wrist strap, USB-C cable, and a quick start guide. You can see you are getting that 1-inch sensor, which is very common in the DJI Pocket 4 and the 4P, which is going to be its direct competitor. Again, you have a pro-grade telephoto lens for that natural bokeh look, with the main lens and telephoto lens being your two options. Triple AI chips for leading low light performance, I should say, and true to life portraits. This all sounds good on paper, but how it actually performs, we're gonna put to the test in the coming weeks. So let's go ahead, cut into this baby, and do our quick unboxing. We're not gonna have any footage in this video. Again, that will be coming in the very near future. So make sure to subscribe and thumbs up this video for that. You can see this is co-designed with Leica. There's a ton here that is going on. Right off the bat, when you open it, you can see how massive this is coming from an Osmo Pocket 4 or a 3 even. It is very well built, but is definitely not as streamlined as some of those other options. You have your little lock here. That's how it's going to open up and pop out, but we'll set that to the side for a second and take a look at those other accessories. You are going to be able to lift this up and see if there's anything else in here, which there does not seem to be in this case. You have that 1/4-inch thread mount that we were talking about, which is going to come in handy for a lot of people that might just want to use this and set it somewhere else on a tripod or something. One thing I did see a lot of people complaining about are the actual lack of a decent leg system here. And as you can see, it looks like a SIM card ejector or simply paper clip. So I don't believe this is going to stand up well with wind. You do have 3 options for it, but it does feel kind of flimsy. That's a little disappointing when you talk about the price for these. But if you're looking at picking one up also, make sure to use that affiliate link up down below. It definitely helps the channel out immensely. One thing I'm going to be very curious to check out, and I'll have a video on this as well, since it does utilize the same system as the DJI does with the USB-C spot here, I'm wondering if we can clip this in to the bottom of a Pocket and be able to use the same features on expandable batteries that might have been used for one or the other. So you will need the Insta360 app if you want to edit these on your phone. You're going to have a lot of reading material in here along with those other accessories. Here is that USB-C to USB-C cable. We'll plug that to the side. This is going to be, I'm assuming, the wind mount. Let's check it out. There it is. Set that to the side. You have your little wrist strap if you'd like to use it. Some stickers here. Warranty card, plenty of reading material. We'll just go ahead and plug that right to the side. Nothing else in the box. Nothing else really remains to be seen here. So let's pull all this over and take a look at the star of the show right here, the Insta360 Luna Ultra. And when you open this up, you can see you're greeted with how to power it on, the joystick controls, the zoom controls, and all of your other controls right there. You are going to have your little cover here for your memory card. And then that is really going to be it. There is that little windshield actually right there. Looks like this pops off as well. So we'll go ahead and peel this off now. You can see all you're going to need to do is flip that around and it will power on. We have that little green light and we'll obviously have to go through the startup process. But right off the bat, I can see the difference in the quality of this display. It looks super sharp thanks to that OLED nature. We'll go ahead and select English as our language, obviously. select next, and we'll go ahead and get this all set up really quick and be right back. All right, so we went ahead and paired the camera with the phone, and you can see it does have an update right out of the box, and I wanted to show you what is new in this firmware. So you can see it's optimized image quality in certain scenarios and improved system stability and routine performance. There is another update here that it will install as well. And as you can see, this includes 8K Dolby Vision video for exceptional details and clarity, dual Leica Summicron lens with variable focal length supporting up to 12x zoom, a detachable 2x. So you can see all of the basic features that we know about are now going to go ahead and install with this download. Interesting that it didn't come out the box, but one thing to call out here is just how large this firmware download is. I fully expect this to take quite a little bit of time for a pocket camera to update. It's literally 1.6 gigs. That's kind of unheard of for these updates, so keep in mind there are a lot out of the box that is going to be updated here. So again, we'll go ahead and get this knocked out and be right back. All right, as you guys can see here, the update finished installing. Took about 10 minutes or so by the time it downloaded, installed, and restarted. And here you go. This is the new splash screen. Once you finish the update, you can click get started and you will get walked through all of the features of the Luna Ultra. So it's telling you to move the joystick to adjust a view. As you can see, the lens is actually moving around. You can double press it to quickly recenter and then swipe up to select your shooting parameters like it says here. So I'm going to be shooting in 8K, even though a lot of our stuff will be downgraded to 4K, simply for those extra pixels to be able to get the best looking shots. And we'll leave it at a frame rate of 30 FPS. Landscape aspect ratio with a ratio of 16:9. That looks good to me. We'll swipe back down. If you swipe to the left, you can adjust your color profile if you want to leave it on basic or pro, or select one of the other profiles. If you press the shutter button, you can start recording, and long pressing the shutter button will power off the camera. So we'll go ahead and press it really quick. And as you can see, shooting, let's go ahead and do that to click the joystick to start deep tracking. As you can see here too, we'll go ahead and swipe off of this. In 8K recording with the built-in storage, we are getting an hour and 12 minutes of video recording capabilities. That is awesome considering we don't have a memory card installed. You can double tap to quickly switch tracking the subject. Got it, and you can see we've been recording for now 28 seconds. We'll go ahead and stop that. And now we can swipe over and you can quickly preview what we shot. And you can hear it. So we'll go ahead and stop this and go ahead and delete it right away. Confirmed. And we're done. So no files are found. You can swipe left or right to switch shooting modes as well. So you can pick from everything here, or you can try Shot Lab for one tap cinematic shots. Look at that barrel roll. It is actually advertising thanks to the gimbal on here. Looks really, really good. We'll go ahead and turn that off though. You can swipe down and here are going to be your control center options here. You can swipe for storage. And again, thanks to that internal storage, you do have nearly 50 gigabytes of onboard storage. So if you ever are like me and forget your memory card at home, now you have the ability to still capture that shot. You're going to have your brightness controls. We'll turn on auto brightness here, your sound, your actual portrait shooting, as well as the full list of settings right here. We're not going to go through all these. You can see everything that is here as well. Bluetooth wake up, selfie mirroring, video bitrate, anti-flicker, zoom speed. You can see it. There is a ton of options here, which is awesome to see. Quick capture and your gimbal modes. If you want the rolling lock, you're going to have your roll and tilt lock, the first person view, and an FPV, which locks everything in all directions. When recentered, as you can see here, the camera then will stay put. And then you do have one last screen under your settings for auto settings, wireless mics to pair them, and Bluetooth accessories, as well as customizing that button. But that's it for this one, guys. Again, if you want to shoot horizontally or vertically, you can do this easily just by swiping here and moving around. But one of the best and coolest features, I think, of this is going to be this ability right here to take the actual viewfinder off and use it as a remote control as well as a mic. Very cool here. So you can see it says now switch to touchscreen and do all that. And then if you wanted, when you're done, you simply just set it back down, press it back in, and you're good to go. So super versatile, super nice. Definitely going to have to put this through its paces to see if it's worth the price point though. And lastly, I didn't bring it up because it is so minimal, but in the actual package here for that protective sleeve, there's not much to it, but it does give you room for those 2 filters or the new wide angle lenses. These are little magnetic areas, so if that's something you're into, you can put that simply in there and carry it as you go. But that's it for this one, guys. Like I said, I'll throw those affiliate links up down below. Let me know what you think. Is it worth it for you guys? I'm curious to see your opinions. I will be shooting some videos in this going forward. I'll probably do our next iOS update video on it. Let me know down below in the comments if you've seen a difference and you actually like it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.